Iran just told the world, nowhere is safe anymore. Not a military base, not an embassy. Tourist centers, entertainment districts, anywhere Israeli or American officials might be standing. Iran's leaders are being killed one by one, and the threats are getting bigger. The war is leaving the Middle East. Watch where it lands. Iran has significantly escalated its rhetoric as the war with Israel and the United States enters its third week, warning that potential targets could extend far beyond the Middle East. Statements carried by Iranian-linked outlets and reported by international media suggest that Israeli and US officials could be targeted in global tourist and entertainment centers, marking a sharp expansion in the scope of the confrontation.
Israeli and American officials should not feel safe anywhere. Even tourist and entertainment centers could become targets.
The warning reflects a shift from conventional battlefield threats to a broader strategy that includes soft targets and symbolic locations. While no specific cities or venues were named, the language itself is significant. Tourist hubs and entertainment districts are typically high-visibility, high-footfall areas, and any threat directed at them raises immediate concerns for global security agencies. The statement comes in direct response to a series of Israeli strikes that have eliminated several senior Iranian figures in recent days, including key members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Tehran has framed these killings as acts of aggression that warrant a wider and more unpredictable response.
Assassination of the country's officials and authorities, as well as a number of commanders of the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran, does not show the enemy's power, but is rooted in its desperation and malice.
Alongside these warnings, Iran has sought to project strength and continuity in its military capabilities. Despite weeks of sustained US and Israeli strikes on its infrastructure, officials insist that missile production and operational readiness remain unaffected. This dual messaging, combining threats of global reach with assertions of military resilience, appears aimed at reinforcing deterrence while also shaping perception. Analysts note that such statements serve both domestic and international audiences, signaling that Iran retains both the intent and the capacity to escalate. The implications are significant. By invoking targets beyond traditional military or government sites, Iran is effectively widening the theatre of risk. Security agencies across Europe, North America, and parts of Asia are likely to treat these warnings with caution, particularly given past instances where rhetoric has been followed by attempted or successful attacks through proxy networks. At the same time, there has been no independent confirmation of any specific operational plans linked to these threats. US and Israeli officials have not publicly identified imminent risks to particular locations, but the nature of the warning itself ensures that vigilance levels will rise. The timing is also critical. The conflict, which began with large-scale US and Israeli strikes on Iranian military and nuclear facilities on February 28, has since evolved into a multi-layered confrontation. Missile exchanges, targeted assassinations, cyber operations, and now information warfare have all become defining features. Iran's latest statements suggest that the next phase could involve an even broader spectrum of tactics, potentially blurring the line between regional war and global security challenge. For governments and intelligence agencies, the focus will now be on assessing whether this is purely a rhetorical escalation or a signal of intent. Either way, the message is unmistakable. As the war deepens, its boundaries are becoming less defined, and its potential reach far more global. Iran keeps making statements. Israel keeps erasing the people who make them. In the early hours of March 20th, Israeli airstrikes killed Ali Mohammed Naini, the spokesperson for Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and the timing couldn't have been more striking. Just minutes before news of his death broke, Naini had been quoted in Iranian media boasting about continued missile production and warning of surprises ahead. The IRGC confirmed his death in a statement, calling it a criminal, cowardly terrorist attack by the American Zionist side at dawn.
Ali Mohammed Naini's transformative ideas and effective models in soft war will continue guiding the revolution's guards against arrogant powers.
The Israeli military, for its part, said the strike followed intelligence gathered by its Military Intelligence Directorate, describing Naini as a central figure in Iran's strategic messaging. So who was Ali Mohammed Naini? Not much personal information is publicly known about him. Naini had held the position of IRGC spokesperson since 2024, operating largely in the background, stepping into the spotlight during moments of heightened tension with the United States and Israel. Naini's role was strategic communications, shaping the IRGC's public narrative and projecting resolve in times of conflict. In what would turn out to be among his final public remarks, Naini was dismissive of American military claims and defiant about Iran's warfighting capabilities. Naini is the fourth senior Iranian figure killed in just the past few days. Before him, Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, Ali Larijani, head of Iran's Basij paramilitary forces, Brigadier General Gholamreza Soleimani, and Intelligence Minister Esmail Khatib were all eliminated in Israeli strikes. March 20th also brought confirmation of the deaths of Esmail Ahmadi, a senior Basij intelligence official described by the Guards-linked Tasnim website as one of the most important pillars of the Basij organization, and Mehdi Qureshi, a Revolutionary Guards aerospace commander killed in strikes on Isfahan. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz has signaled that more operations are coming, warning of further surprises. Yet, even as Israel presses ahead, cracks appear to be forming in its alliance with Washington. The war is now approaching the 3-week mark, and with Brent crude briefly touching $119 per barrel on March 19th, the conflict's economic shockwaves are being felt well beyond the Middle East.